実績をご紹介してまいります。当期は39件の召喚となりました。単月ごとに
For all the calls to release the Epstein docs, a whole new tranche just came out today, and it's not the ones people were expecting. Bloomberg got 18,000 leaked emails. These have never been public before. Personal email account he was using under Ms. Comey, the now fired prosecutor, showed in her prosecution of Ghislaine Maxwell that she was a big part of this criminal enterprise, not, as she said in her interview, some sort of hanger-on as people did consensual things. Now, as for the president, who has been so suspicious about this, who vowed to do transparency and then broke that vow, well, there's not a lot of clear new information that shows what Trump was with Epstein, although we know from prior information that they had a kind of social relationship. You've seen the photos. Bloomberg reports these newly released emails do demonstrate Maxwell's knowledge of the legal jeopardy Epstein faced all the way back in that first case that we've reported on from the 2000s in Florida, and that Epstein negotiated a plea deal in 2008. He saw on those. They don't sound shocked that they're in a situation. Remember, in her Trump deal interview, she downplayed her relationship with Epstein at that very time.
So when he's going to go to jail, he says, can you stay around and manage everything? Yeah. And do you do that? I do. Okay. And then we'll come back to that.
I will not manage everything now. I mean, there are other people at this point. My specific role then was very, very diminished.
Here's mine.
However, one thinks of a diminished role compared to the past. Bloomberg finds they exchanged over 200 messages 6 months of that first year. Trump's name does come up in 3 minor instances. That's the Bloomberg word, and they've obviously gone through all this quite carefully. In 2007, Maxwell wrote reporters may have interviewed Trump about Epstein's case. You have to assume they went to Donald Trump. She notes, that's neither here nor there on Donald Trump's role. Many of Epstein's emails also discuss the predatory manipulation.
From a legal perspective, includes minors, according to reports of the case. He and Maxwell discussed how to recruit and groom those young women and then discredit anyone who became an accuser. NBC has not obtained emails or independently verified the Bloomberg report, and the revelations come as Epstein survivors have been speaking out.
Accountability is what makes a society civilized. I would like to announce here today, us Epstein survivors have been discussing creating our own list. We know the names. Many of us were abused by them.
We are tired. However, we are not going away.
Ah. いただくことが多いんですけれども、なかなかそのお金をキャリアの後に生かしていくように準備をしたらいいかっていうのが分かってない部分があるので、今までも不動産投資という意味では興味があったんですけれども、なかなか誰に相談したらいいかとか、日本の不動産に関しては難しい部分もあるので、ちょっと一歩踏み出してみようっていうふうに今回思ったっていうのがあります。僕も含めてまた見てるアスリート、また一般の方含めてお伝えできる。
We will not stop or give up.
Jason Leopold, the senior investigative Bloomberg reporter, joins us now.
Listen to this.
夢のような眠り、エマのハイブリッドマットレスが実現します。支える
Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
Bloomberg News has seen what's in Jeffrey Epstein's email. 18,000 messages to and from the disgraced financier and convicted sex offender from one of his personal email accounts.
There are messages that cover a wide range of topics and subjects. You have messages about his Amazon shopping habits, messages about his finances. There's even a message about moving a 40-pound tortoise to and from Epstein's private island.
That's Bloomberg senior investigative reporter Jason Leopold.
We really get a sense of what was going on in Epstein's life during these critical years.
These are messages dating back to 2002, but most of them are from 2005 to 2008. Bloomberg reporters and data analysts spent the last month poring over these emails to better understand how Epstein built and sustained his vast influence machine and sex trafficking operation.
we're reading Jeffrey Epstein in his own words, and you're sort of like a fly on the wall. You get a look into his wealth. You get a look into how he emotionally, psychologically manipulated and abused, his victim. You get to see how he worked behind the scenes trying to beat back these criminal allegations. His indignation as he's being investigated. Really, though, to me, what stands out is his callousness toward these young women, these young girls, as they were brought into his world.
One picture that emerges from these messages is that Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's one-time girlfriend, had a more involved and enduring role than she said previously. In 2021, a jury found Maxwell guilty of recruiting and grooming women for Epstein to sexually abuse. Recently, she sought to downplay how close she was to him. Some of these emails appear to contradict that.
It certainly adds to questions about her credibility and truthfulness.
Bloomberg legal reporter Ava Benny Morrison.
I think it certainly poses more questions than it answers about what the true nature of their relationship was, and also comes for a critical time for Maxwell. Her lawyers have indicated that they would welcome any relief from the Trump administration, whether that looks like a pardon or a commutation of her 20-year sentence for sex trafficking.
I'm David Gura, and this is The Big Take from Bloomberg News. Today on the show, Jeffrey Epstein's emails. What 18,000 never-before-seen messages reveal about Epstein himself and his relationships with Ghislaine Maxwell and powerful people all over the world. This is an incredible trove of email messages, and I'm curious sort of what you can tell us about how you got them.
Sure. I'm going to give you a really short answer. I cannot discuss anything related to sources or methods. I sound like the CIA now. But yeah, I really can't go into anything related to how we were able to obtain this.
When they did get their hands on this collection of emails, Jason Leopold and Ava Benny Morrison wanted to see what they reveal about the relationship between Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
Over the years, we've only really heard Maxwell describe that relationship in her own words on a few occasions, in a 2016 deposition, and then most recently in a 2-day interview with a top DOJ official.
And I'm Ghislaine Maxwell.
Good morning, Ms. Maxwell. How are you?
Good morning.
In July, Maxwell sat for an interview with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. The Justice Department later released the...
This sick billionaire would never have been able to get any of these girls if it wasn't for Ghislaine Maxwell. She was the pimp. She would drive around and she would be all British, and she's got the pedigree, and she'd drive around and see some young woman, right, young girl, not even a woman, high schooler, and say, "Hey, you'd be great. I know, I'm friends with this billionaire. They're friends with Victoria's Secret. That's, or one of the modeling, and well, you'd be beautiful as a model. I'd like to introduce you." She was pimping out girls. It is so disgusting that, and what's disgusting is MAGA now doesn't want to know. MAGA is now saying, "Oh, she was a victim. She was a victim." Right? They're so like out of control. I know, the DVDs. Roy, we need the DVDs. Thousands of DVDs. You know who has those, Roy? Mossad has those DVDs, right? Trump's in those DVDs. He's in those DVDs. Putin, a KGB guy that recently said that there's a Putin file with all of Trump. Trump is the most compromised politician in the history of politicians, dude. Just his nature, how easy it is, his desires, his wants. He is so compromised, and that is why he is, Israel's bitch, and why he's Putin's bitch. What tariffs did he put on Israel? 0. What tariffs did he put on Russia? 0. Why? Because they have the goods on him. Ignorant. So go ahead. That's a nice statement. So back it up. Back it up, Grub. I love these people come here. Oh, if immigrant ignorance was a thing, it would be this guy. Just go ahead. What's your 2 cents? You're just gonna throw some second grade fucking insult, right? Are you in denial that Trump and Epstein weren't best friends? Are you in denial that Trump's a fucking pedo, that he's a sex offender? Right? Look at the loser. Here comes another one. Another loser. Another Nazi. We got all these Nazis. I love it when you Nazis come in here. Fucking Nazis. MAGA fucking Nazis. There you go. You know, you're a bunch of, you don't believe in America. You don't believe in due process. You don't believe in, that everyone should be treated the same way. Right, Grub? You're just a loser, dude. You're a fucking loser. All right, name one thing. Name one. I'm going to test you. I'm going to show you what a fucking loser you are. Name one policy of Trump that's actually working. Name a Trump policy that's actually working. All right? He has lost over 30 points in his bases. The Hispanic voters are turning on him. The young voters under 30 are turning on him. Right? Deport them all. See, that's Nazi. You're a Nazi. Deport them all. These are the guys that keep your vegetables. Have you noticed how much your vegetables have gone up? Have you seen your meat prices going up? Meat price has gone up 20%. Gasoline going up. Everything is going up. Y'all getting fucked by Trump. It's kind of like, oh, just cut my legs off, Mr. President. I don't need my leg. Oh yeah, let me sniff that fentanyl. Hey Joe, how you doing? We are fucking screwed, dude. Yeah, by these dipshit dumbasses. They're so fucking ignorant. It's probably because they only have a second grade education. What's your education there, renegade? What's your education? Did you make it past second grade, renegade? Look, I released all the horde. Look, the zombie horde is in here. I released them all. What's up, Monica? How you doing? The zombie horde. Yep. Exactly. It's the whole point. I've been talking about it. Gee, you're right. You're exactly right. This is what's known as a false flag, gray swan event. I've been talking about this event happening for the last 3 months. For the last 3 months, I said this event's coming. No surprise to me, right? He's going to take away your Second Amendment. Because when martial law happens, say bye-bye to your guns. All you Second Amendment motherfuckers, bye-bye guns. Your guns are going bye-bye, right? Martial law means your guns go bye-bye. No guns in martial law, dipshits. You're so fucking stupid. You're like cutting off your own legs. You're cutting off your Second Amendment. You're cutting off your constitutional rights. Your Fourth. You know, like all you dumb fucking Hispanics that voted for Trump, guess what? You just lost your due process. Your Fourth and 14th Amendment is gone bye-bye. So over 20% of Americans now have lost their Fourth and 15th Amendment, right? Fourth and 14th Amendment. You guys are so fucking stupid. He's just slowly taking away. And you're like, oh yeah, great, he's gonna take away more rights from the left. Dude, those are your rights, motherfucker. You're so fucking stupid. You think that the rights taken away from the left somehow isn't your rights? All Americans lose. All Americans lose, dude. Yeah. Let's take the guns first, due process second. Trump. When did he say that, Jay? Yeah. He doesn't believe in the Constitution. The only reason why you have guns is the Constitution. He's going to take away your weed, guys. That's in Project 2025. Once he has the police force, right? the deep state, the 50,000 paramilitary rights supremacists, Nazis, cops, right? ICE, they're fucking Gestapo. He's gonna use the Gestapo. How are you gonna stop a fucking army of 50,000 deep state motherfuckers that are gonna come and take your fucking guns? You're so fucking stupid. You're so stupid, right? Dude, I'm in Japan, dude. Look, I drive on the left. Look, I drive on the left, dipshit. You fucking dumbass. Look at that. Does this look like America to you? Look at that. Dude, yeah, you're really gonna stop. You're gonna stop. You guys are so fucking ignorant. Martial law takes away your Second Amendment. Martial law takes away your first, all your amendments. Their Wi-Fi or something interferes. So I have to drive over here until I get a signal. So insane. I'm back. You guys see me? Merry Christmas. What's up, Jason? What's going on? What's going on? So we got the false flag event happening. We got the 18,000 emails that shows how Epstein was doing his pedophilia, and really exposes the Ghislaine Maxwell, right? Ghislaine Maxwell, Trump's best buddy. You know, she was best friends with Trump's first wife, and he was best friends with Trump. It rained today. We've been getting quite a bit of rain. I should have gone up the mountains today. Tomorrow I'm going to go mushroom hunting. So it's pretty crazy. So Israel, it's just all a false flag. This is something I've been warning. This is classic, right? Classic dictator. Right? Dictators want a false flag event. They want, and that's what Trump is saying today in the Oval Office. This is like, listen to, what the hell's his name? Waters. Waters, and it's Kirk. This is classic false flag. Classic false flag narrative. Listen to this.
Fox News alert, Charlie Kirk assassinated. The president breaking the news. The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me. And now he is no longer with us. No, he wasn't. Lies. Melania and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica, and family. Charlie, we love you.
Oh, yeah, right.
Charlie was loved by all of us. He had a beautiful family, married the love of his life, Erica, just 4 years ago. 2 children, son and a daughter. And he touched generations of Americans.
Dude, Nick Fuentes hated Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was hated by the right. If you look at any background, they called him a Jew lover and everything else because of his engagement with Palestine. The right hated him, right, on that.
From us. You've probably seen the video. Charlie was holding a Turning Point USA event at Utah Valley University. He was on his Prove Me Wrong tour, where he takes questions from students and engages in friendly debate.
And he's been doing this for fucking years. Think it. Charlie's been doing this stupid fucking debate shit for years. Now, all of a sudden, the left decides to fucking, to kill him. Listen.
Do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many.
Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
A second later, he was shot in the neck in the middle of the quad.
He wasn't
sitting
shot.
underneath a banner that said
actually,
the American.
That's not true. The bullet hit his vest and ricocheted into his neck. He was not shot in the neck. That's a lie. The bullet ricocheted off of his vest into his neck, piercing his jugular. If you watch the video, you can actually see that where it hits, and then instantaneously it hits him up there, right? He was hated by Israel. He was hated because he was speaking out and making ties about Ghislaine Maxwell's father being a Mossad. He just rejected going to Israel. He was invited by Netanyahu. Now notice how Netanyahu, now listen to this. Listen, I want you to listen. This is false flag. Listen, it just occurred. Now listen to this asshole make up lies, no evidence, no nothing.
We know one round was fired and reportedly from 200 yards away, just 50 yards more than Butler from a nearby campus building.
He wasn't. He just denied. He just rejected. You should go do your research. He wasn't best friends. That was a lie. That's what Netanyahu said. He was pushing back. He wasn't friends with him in the last couple months. If you read Alex Jones, I'll get to it. Alex Jones, this is what he wrote. Let me just push that narrative. All right. This is Harrison Smith. This is mini Alex Jones. I just got to name names, but I was told by someone close to Charlie. Now this is last month. Last month, Israel had a fucking target on his back, right? He thinks Israel will kill him if he turns against them, right? This is from last month. This is the reason why he was wearing a vest. The reason why, all of a sudden there was the guy in the audience going, I did it, I shot him, shoot me. And then there was another fucking guy walking around with an air rifle, looked like a long gun, just to distract. This is classic Mossad, dude. This is classic, right? Right? Classic. He was wearing a vest. Right? If you look at the videos, go look at the videos, you can see it. His shirt's very massive. He was definitely wearing a vest. And there was a couple guys behind him doing some signal work, right? Which was weird. The guy was doing did a gesture right before the guy was shot. He did a gesture, and this is so fucking Israel. False flag, baby. Now this is going to be used. Understand, this is going to be used as a means to do martial law. This is going to be used as a means to take away your guns. No Second Amendment. No right to possess weapons in martial law. This is coming. Why is this happening? I've been saying this for months. You could look at my videos. I've been calling it for months that there was going to be a false flag, right? Right? All right. Thank you very much there, Al. Right? Appreciate that on that. Appreciate that. This is the simple fact. This is a false flag event. This is someone close to Charlie saying last month that Israel was going to fucking murder him. Read it. Go look it up yourself. This isn't made up. This is fact. I'll show it. Oh, the camera's backwards. Let me switch it around this way so you can see it. Right? Read it. Right? Nathan M. Smith. right? He goes, I'm just gonna name names, but I'm told by someone close to Charlie Kirk that Charlie thinks Israel will kill him if he turns against him, right? And that was just last month, exactly last month. That's not new news. This isn't fake news. This is from someone close to Charlie on there. So you have to understand that think about Israel. Israel is just attacking anyone, right? Anyone that's against him. What was Charlie doing, right? Charlie was exposing Israel's connection to Epstein. He was turning all of his individuals, asking, say, hey, get us the list. Give us the Epstein list. Give us all of the stuff. As we know, one of Epstein's closest friends is a former Israeli prime minister, right? Who went to the island and everything was so Epstein is very, very close with it. And Charlie basically, uncovering the facts on this, right? He had a vest, dude. He wore a vest. He had a vest on there. He had a vest on because he feared for his life from Israel. And the bullet ricocheted off his vest. Ricocheted. Here, let me go up here. All right. Hold on. Let me pull this up here. News. Why can't I see my... I don't want to see my channel. Where are my list? That's what I wanted. Let me break Charlie Kirk's.
Him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence.
Quite literally, they're saying that. Wait, I'll play the clips for you later. And it is. Okay, so the Wall Street Journal came out. This originated, by the way, from Steven Crowder. But then the Wall Street Journal came out and said, breaking, ammunition engraved with trans and anti-fascist ideology.
You can see, right? You can see he's wearing a vest, dude. Look at, he's wearing a vest underneath that t-shirt. You can see his t-shirt, it's gray. You can see how bulky it is, especially around the top. You see how his arms is really thin there, right? He is clearly, look at the back, look at the bulge right there. He's wearing a vest, dipshit. Wearing a vest, right? Clearly wearing a vest. On there.
Was found inside the rifle authorities believe was used in Kirk's shooting, sources say. So, as you're going to see in a second, this is a little bit of a suspect claim. It's a little bit of a suspect claim for a number of reasons. But as I pointed out, you had two diversions who were planted on the scene. For this to be some,
speaker died on me.
Far-left trans terrorist seems highly, highly unlikely. In fact, here's a former CIA agent, Larry Johnson. Here's what he had to say based on the information that we have to this point.
If you've got a good sniper perch, a place where you can rest the barrel of the gun and actually have a couple of sandbags to steady it, and you've got a good scope, an optic, a 200-yard shot like that where you're not crawling around on a roof, where you're able to be stationary, it is easy to make with something like a 5.5, which is
this is what it looks like when you don't wear a vest.
Used in Vietnam. There are more modern versions of it, or even a 22. The problem with some have speculated that a 22 caliber rifle, if at that distance over 200 yards, you're running into problems where the bullet would be affected by wind,
other atmospheric, so it might not be as accurate. This attack was clearly organized. This was not a random act of violence.
No.
They've got to conduct the investigation and figure out where the shot came from. They will, they'll be able to go back and reconstruct it from how Charlie was sitting and, be able to get a pretty good trajectory, and then you investigate the site from which the shot was fired.
This attack was clearly organized. It was not a random act of violence. Also, from 200 yards away, that
guy was
somebody
a ballistic
who
expert.
is a very good shot. It's about almost double the length of the person who attempted to kill Trump. And there was wind too. And if you're looking at a 200-yard shot,
definitely had a vest on.
I heard up to 15-mile-an-hour wind. That to hit your target from there, that takes a lot of practice, a lot of skill, and you are a high-level marksman to be able to pull that off.
Definitely
so,
vest.
Again, the idea that it's just some
He's afraid of Israel.
That does not fit. That does not add up at the moment. Okay, look at this. A university spokesman says the Charlie Kirk shooter fired from the Losi Center several hundred feet away. So far, a suspect remains at large. Police officers are going building to building on campus. So here is, to the right here, it's site of the shooting. Charlie Kirk was shot while speaking to crowd in courtyard. So this is where Kirk was placed and where he was having his event.
So that's where Kirk was. This is where the shooter was, right there.
On the left here, this is the Losi Center.
Right there in that corner.
It was fired from the roof of this building. So that's a good distance. That is a good distance away.
That's a professional shot right there.
They said about 200 yards.
Yeah, that's not no fucking some lib with a fucking gun doing that.
At the time, and they say pretty quickly that the shooter was already off campus. That's what they said. Here we go.
Suspect in custody. They've released that individual. Okay. And they're still looking for him. Do they think he's in this building? Do they think in this building right now?
No. We have cameras that show that he left campus.
Okay, shows cameras that he left campus. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
That was almost instantaneous, by the way. That was almost instantaneous.
There you go. There he is.
Right, so
image
now,
on the roof.
From some cell phone video, we've gotten some glimpses of the shooter.
Running.
From very far away, nonetheless.
Oh, is this guy? Was this
There were two different cell phone videos that kind of show what was going on the roof. Watch this. You see? You see that? Look.
Yeah.
Way out there in the distance, 200 yards after the shot rings off. Gone.
You think he'd already been placed?
Now, this is from a different side, right? And you can see the person on the roof.
You would think that.
Look at that. He's laying down right there. You see he's laying down right there? You can see him laying down. He ran from there. He's laying down, prone. You can see the guy laying.
Those are the two videos that we've seen of the person on the roof. Obviously, from very far away, you can't make out a face.
Then there's the fake guy. Look, he goes, shoot me.
This is the guy here.
Yeah.
That they initially said he did it. Because he started saying, shoot me, and he started confessing.
I did it. Shoot me.
I'll play you some of this clip here, but he was one of the diversions.
Yeah.
He was in on it. Because he didn't have a weapon on him and he was in the crowd.
Oh, so what was this guy, Tom? What was this guy saying, I did it?
So this guy knows something. This guy was in on it. Whoever did it planned it out.
Yeah, so this guy takes away the police.
He starts screaming that he did it and that you should shoot him.
Yeah.
So they kept him in custody for a little bit and released him as soon as it became painfully obvious it's definitely not him. And then here's the other diversion. The FBI just announced they have now released the suspect they had in custody after interviewing him. The suspect had a pellet gun.
100%. And that's that was another guy.
Even though the shooter was on the roof.
Yeah.
He was one of the decoys. He was
another decoy. Right, so two decoys, so the fucking assassin can get away.
Two diversions.
Only Israel does this sort of shit, dude.
Unless this is highly, highly planned out. These people were effectively buying time for the person on the roof to get out of there. That's a professional operation. I mean, this stuff doesn't add up unless it's a professional operation. And you're also about to see, by the way, how the regime is using this to say, we're going to go all the way. This is our Reichstag fire moment.
Exactly.
They're saying that.
That is what I've been saying. I've been saying that there's going to be what's known as a gray swan. This is the gray swan event that I've been talking about was coming. I said it was going to come before the elections, right on time, right when they're going into Chicago, right? So now you've got an explosive event. Now you're sending troops into Chicago. There's going to be an uproar, right, on it. There's going to be violence, burning. Then what happens? Oh, martial law. Oh, sorry, no elections this November. Right? It's all being timed out, right? All being timed out. So Trump is going to attack the elections. He's going into Chicago now. He's got this conflating everything. It is just like textbook fascist events. It's a textbook false flag event occurring in order to justify martial law. And he's already talking about it. Jesse Waters is talking about it, right?
I'll play the clips for you later, and it is scary.
Yeah.
They're saying, now it's over for the left. We're going to investigate all of their groups. We're going to shut down all of their groups. We're going to go after anybody who says anything we don't like. It's all on the table now. And so it appears like there's not even a genuine attempt to get to the bottom of this. It appears like they're going to settle on, it was some crazy trans person.
We're not going to have elections,
the evidence that indicates this was a professional operation. This was some crazy trans person, and now we need
I don't
to
think so.
on the entire left.
I'll be surprised. We may, but I'll be surprised.
This one kind of went viral here. This person says, does this bush look suspicious to anyone? It lines up directly to where Charlie Kirk's tent was, and where he was, and the crazy, and the mass shootings, white shirt and black shirt guy in sunglasses. Here we go. Big mass shooters over the last 10
Now, what
years.
are these guys here?
Too many. White shirt.
Look at these two guys in the back.
And black shirt guy in sunglasses. Okay. By
What's
the way, again, the irony. We talked about this yesterday, but man, it is so ironic that they were literally debating mass shootings when baseball signal type. Do you know how many mass shootings there have been in those over the last years?
Look at that.
It's five. Okay. Now,
Look at the guy in the white shirt.
Do you know how many mass shootings there have been in those over the last 10 years? That one could be a coincidence, right?
Signal.
I mean, it looks somewhat fishy, but it could be a coincidence. But then the other guy too. The other guy. Counting or not counting gang violence?
Look at this guy here.
I don't know what that was. What was that? I mean, it looks somewhat fishy, but it could be a coincidence. But then the other guy too. Watch the other guy. Counting or not counting gang violence? Great. I don't know what that was.
And then right there, he does the signal.
That was a weird way to move.
He does that signal, and then the bullet happens right there. Look.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know. It's
Take the shot.
It looks. Right, I'm going to give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? Counting or not counting gang violence? Great. That looks suspicious. I mean, it looks suspicious. It looks suspicious.
It happens right there. It's like, take the shot.
Drive from Utah Valley University. An hour after Charlie Kirk was shot, 30 minutes into the flight, the plane illegally dropped off its ADS-B, which shows its location, altitude, and speed to air traffic control.
Crazy.
And reappeared 45 minutes later, heading back to Provo. Is this plane connected to the shooter? And you can see here.
Why didn't they close the airports down?
And control and reappeared. The plane illegally drive from Utah Valley University. Okay, look at this. A private jet left Provo Airport, which is a 12-minute drive from Utah Valley University, an hour after Charlie Kirk was shot.
An hour.
30 minutes into the flight, the plane illegally dropped off its ADS-B, which shows its location, altitude, and speed to air traffic control, and reappeared 45 minutes later, heading back to Provo. Is this plane connected to the shooter? And you can see here, private jet under the tail number N888KG left.
Yeah, the guy jumped out, probably paratrooped out.
Suspiciously, 30 minutes into the flight, it drops off the ADS-B illegally and reappears headed back to Provo approximately an hour later.
Why didn't they shut the fucking airport down, dude? Wouldn't you shut the airport down? Wouldn't you shut the fucking airport down? But they didn't. They didn't shut it down. Then they didn't shut it down. Then shut it down. 1 hour later, they let the guy go to a private airport, get on a private plane, flies 30 minutes. What do you think he did? He parachuted out. And then they turned around and turned it back on, right? They have no idea where this guy landed. Probably landed at another vehicle, is gone. This is fucking Mossad. Fucking Mossad shit, dude.
This is one of the things that I don't understand. They have this airport, which is right near the university, and why didn't they shut it down? In fact, there was a different thing. I don't have it up in front of us here, but it showed all the traffic into and out of the airport.
Well, enjoy your walk then in the rain.
At the time, like right after the shooting. And there were planes coming in and planes leaving and planes coming in and planes leaving and planes coming in and planes leaving. And you're looking at it going, isn't the first thing you do, one of the first things you do, not only do you lock down the campus, which they did, I don't know how long it took them to get to that point, but they did, and you also lock down that fucking airport immediately, right? I would definitely think that, but they didn't. So you got two decoys, a shot from 200 yards away with wind, where they hit the target, right? And you have a nearby airport with
we'll leave God out of this.
A sketchy situation where planes are leaving within an hour of Charlie Kirk getting shot. I don't know, man. That is bizarre. That is fucking bizarre. All right, now more. So here we have video from somebody who lives right next to the university, right? And they show law enforcement was like looking through the bushes and shit back here. Here, watch.
This is
About 6 armed.
this is his name is Secular Talk, right? It's one of the best channels to listen to. Secular Talk, no nonsense, right? On this.
Men in the backyard of a home.
The other thing he talks about is in here he talks about the bulletproof vest.
The length.
On there. But I really want to show you
So Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro are on Fox News here, and they are coping and seething at the fact that there are a bunch of right-wingers now who are anti-Israel, who are Israel skeptical, to say the least. They're going to have a little whine fest, a little moan fest here. I can't help but think that in the back of their minds, they're primarily thinking of Tucker Carlson for one, Nick Fuentes for another. And so let's see what they have to say, and we'll break down.
You and I, had people who we thought were conservatives sound a lot like the Marxist Islamists who were attending this event last week, don't they?
They literally have, they have one trick. They have one trick. Come up with bad-sounding thing, throw that label on anybody who disagrees with you, right? Surprised they didn't say Hamas, right? But usually you're an anti-Semite, you're Hamas.
See,
or now
Charlie Kirk.
These right-wingers are, quote, Marxist Islamists.
Yeah, Marxist Islamists.
Culture and Christianity, the Alan Jackson podcast. What makes it unique is Pastor Alan in every episode, wherever you get your... Okay, hello, yes.
Hello, my name is Yardo. I have a small YouTube channel. I'm a political commentator as well, much more than you are. I just wanted to thank everybody at Turning Point USA, USD for having this debate. And also I would thank the Turning Point USA, San Diego State, because they gave a voice to one of my dear friends who was a victim at the October 7th Nova Music Festival, and his name is Amit Muzai. I really appreciate that you guys did that, and you have my sincere gratitude. Disagreement with him. That is one thing on the right that you guys think is possible. My question for you, Charlie, is I just want to make it clear, I am against affirmative action. Of course, I do not believe, as a disabled, the merit of a true merit. Explain why I feel that way.
Right, he's a lot of people trust a major state running departments across the board.
Before talking about war policy.
So, time out. Just so we're clear, I'm sure you've been added to group chats with 30 or 40 people sometimes, and you enter in with trust that every acronym is actually a government official. Obviously, that will not happen again. Just so we're clear, Signal is an approved chat by the Biden administration. It's an approved secure channel by
I'm not talking shit on Signal.
However, time out. Let me ask a question about Pete Hegseth. Would you rather have a warfighter or a bureaucrat run the United States military?
I would rather have somebody that doesn't have a history of alcoholism. I'd rather have somebody that I mean, realistically.
So do you think how about Mark Milley and Lloyd Austin, were they better at running the U.S. military than Pete Hegseth?
I mean, I think you're going to probably start talking about how there's higher enlistment numbers.
Yeah, not only that. So recruitment in the military is up majorly. Thank you, Pete Hegseth. He's doing a pretty good job. Number 2, procurement. We're saving money. Estimates are that we'll save hundreds of billions of dollars in efficiency. War games are up. The amount of war games we're doing in the Southeast Pacific has increased by 30%. This is a military town here in San Diego. They have a massive increase in people wanting to join the Navy, want to join the military. That wasn't happening under Biden. The morale is actually 30 points higher now that Pete Hegseth, a warfighter's warfighter, is running the U.S. military.
Is that true?
Complete difference. We'll never get agree on this.
No, but not agree, but show me, then prove the evidence. What is one number that is worse with the U.S. military now that Pete...
I'm curious whether these are true or not. I want you to do a deep search in the increase in recruitment for the military for 2025. It's up 12%. Army's up 10%. So he lies. He said 30% figures, right? Unless he's adding them all together. So the DOD recruiting surged after FY24 rebound, plus 12% year to date. Army goal 61,000 plus 10%. So they're at so the Army is at 85% of their goal with 5 months left. They didn't get to their 61,000. So Charlie Kirk is just lying. I mean, this is what the right do. They say this shit, right, live, and it's just lies. 30-06. And that's Sterling. That's a 30-06. What is the rifle that shot Charlie Kirk? Yeah, 30-06 caliber. A Mauser bolt action rifle, an assassin's rifle, correct? Isn't this a rifle used by assassinations?
Yes, the 30-06 Mauser rifle that reportedly shot Charlie Kirk is the kind of rifle that could be used in an assassination or long-range sniping due to its precision, power, and range. Reuters. Here's a breakdown of why this type of rifle is concerning in that context. Why a 30-06 Mauser is significant. Bolt action. Bolt action rifles tend to be more accurate, fewer moving parts, more stable mechanics than semi-automatic rifles, especially at longer ranges. Reuters, Power and Ballistics, the 30-06 Springfield cartridge, which this rifle fires, is a powerful, high-velocity round with good long-range stopping power. It has been used historically in military service and in big game hunting. Wikipedia, History of Use. Firearms like older Mauser bolt-action rifles and their variants have been used historically both as military rifles and, in some instances, adapted for sniping. Because of their reliability and the power of the round, they are among the kinds of weapons looked at in investigations of targeted killings. Wikipedia. If you want, I can pull up past cases of assassinations or political attacks that used similar rifles for comparison.
Explain under martial law about the Second Amendment, what happens?
Here's a summary of what martial law means in the U.S., its legal status, and how it might affect the Second Amendment. What is martial law? Martial law refers to a situation where the military or military law systems take over normal civilian rule in an area, often during emergencies, insurrections, disasters, war, or when local authority breaks down. Brennan Center for Justice. There's no well-established legal definition for exactly how far martial law can go or under what conditions the president or state governors can impose it. Courts have never clearly said that the president unilaterally has a constitutional power to declare martial law in all respects. Brennan Center for Justice. Second Amendment Basics. The Second Amendment protects an individual right to keep and bear arms for lawful purposes, like self-defense. Landmark case, District of Columbia v. Heller, 2008. Wikipedia. But that right is not unlimited. The court has allowed some restrictions on certain dangerous and unusual weapons, felons, etc. Wikipedia. What happens to the Second Amendment under martial law? There is no definitive case that shows the Second Amendment is automatically suspended under martial law, but here are how things could play out and what limits remain. What might happen? What the law seems to require, allow. Military or government authorities attempt to restrict possession of arms in a zone under martial law. Such restrictions would still have to contend with constitutional protections. Courts could review them. Restrictions must be justified under law, public safety, etc., and cannot violate constitutional rights without due process. Martial law
the thing is, see, that doesn't play out because look at the Supreme Court just overturned the 4th and 14th Amendment for 20% of America, where they said it's okay for ICE to profile people of color. Search the web. The thing is, it can take years for this to go through the courts. So simply by saying it's okay, you are giving ICE the authority to profile.
Exactly. The practical effect of the Supreme Court stay is immediate. ICE can resume stops today. The lower court ban is lifted while the case works its way through appeals, which could take years. De facto authority. Even if ultimately found unconstitutional, thousands of stops could occur in the meantime, setting a real-world precedent. Critics warn of harm.
Explain how this, after the dual state by the Jewish author about Nazi Germany in 1933 of the dual state. Explain how this is what's unfolding right now. America is under a dual state.
Here's a breakdown of the idea of the dual state from Ernst Fraenkel on Nazi Germany, what it means, comparison with some things happening now to show how people are saying the US is showing signs of it. Useful for thinking, not proof. What is the dual state, der Doppelstaat, coined by Ernst Fraenkel, a German Jewish lawyer political scientist in 1941? The psychiatry resource. It describes how Nazi Germany in 1933 onward operated two overlapping states.
That's what we're seeing
One,
now.
normative state.
The normative?
Institutions, laws, courts, rules, the formal legal framework. Things people expect, law enforcement, civil rights, in theory, bureaucratic administration. Wikipedia 2, prerogative state, areas where power is exercised outside or above the legal framework. Arbitrary use of force, extra-legal police powers, secret directives, racial ethnic targeting, where the rule of law is suspended for targeted groups. Wikipedia.
All of the what you're hearing right now is what was unfolding in Nazi Germany, the dual state, and exactly what was happening in 1933 is what's happening now in regards to America. It's the parallels to 1933 and in 2025 is sickeningly equal, same. And now we've had this this white swan event unfold, and the white swan, gray swan event, this false flag, obviously perpetrated, using, think about it. They used the same gun, an old gun that probably can't be traced, right? So it's an old gun, same gun that killed JFK. It happened on September 11th or September 10th, right? So it's happening on this. So I think it happened on this significant date, using a significant rifle, killing a significant person. It's and multiple people distracting so the gunman can get out. All right. On it, a private plane there flies off. 30 minutes later, cuts off their transponder. Then an hour later, draws back. Obviously, the guy paratrooped, probably jumped from the plane, did a jump from the plane, right? Never landed, just went out and came back. Interesting, eh? Yeah, Samo, I said this was going to happen. This is exactly what I said would happen before the elections. There'll be an event, right? An event that will, be a gray swan. I call it gray swan event. And that's what, and we'll see it unfold. It's already, listen to Jeff, listen to fucking Walters, dude. Waters.
Stop doing this. Let me show 3 iPhone mistakes made by old people.
These are fearful times, and anyone who stands up for righteousness is going to become a target. And Charlie Kirk was certainly a target. Our ministry had just been in contact with him to get him on our podcast, and he had put us in touch with his manager. In preparation for this, I was watching Charlie in England and on his own podcast talking about the problems of race. And I was thinking how courageous.
Where's Jeffrey Waters?
Shout out to all of the subscribers and the members. I also said,
put a bullet through his neck, and you want to talk about Republicans right now? No.
No, I'm asking
no, not at all.
Listen to this.
What happened
Listen
today?
Politician.
I am devastated. My kids have called panicking. They probably, all the kids of every conservative in the country called panicking. Just because you speak your mind on an issue doesn't mean you get shot.
Yeah, but it's so.
That logic, do Republicans own the shooting of the 2 Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota?
Political.
Isn't this on both
sides? Are you
sides?
kidding me?
No, I'm asking.
We don't know what condition Charlie Kirk is in right now. Some raging leftist lunatic put a bullet through his neck, and you want to talk about
Raging leftist lunatic. You don't even know. And this is the GOP. Every single, politician on the left expressed sympathy, apology. This is how the right conflating the issue, false flag, pushing the narrative, false flag narrative. This is what it's like, right? This is what it sounds like.
No,
you said the Democrats
the Democrats own this.
The Democrats own this. No idea who it is. The Democrats own this.
Right now, that's the subject of this.
Oh, it's the Democrats. Oh, Democrats.
Is always at the forefront of my mind. I remember when we talked about what happened in Cincinnati, where the Yahtzees went down to Cincinnati and they won the bridge, and the people in Lincoln Heights wilded out, right? And I applauded them for doing so. And I even made a whole video about the community defense group that they had organized in the weeks after that incident happened. But it's not something that I ever would have called for, prodded, that they
Nazis and for years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible.
Doesn't it look like an AI? Look how small he is.
In our country today.
Look at his body posture.
Right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to
he looks too small in the chair. Doesn't he look too small in the chair?
That fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country.
See,
from the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year.
See, people say this is an AI video. This is AI. Looks like AI video to me. This shit doesn't look real. Looks like AI. Looks like so AI. Look how small he looks in that fucking chair. Right? Look at his posture. He nearly looks like a baby body, like someone else was sitting there, that wasn't him. So looks like AI video, dude.
SkyTicket is the place to book great deals on hotels. Find the perfect hotel for your trip or business trip in no time. Find the low hotel.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit to this short of which was ours. Channels on. What direction you're in.
getting it from, that's exactly how free speech tends to be in 2025. Also worth noting is there was a whole school shooting yesterday. A whole school shooting yesterday. And from the time that I turned on the news, and I had all the channels on, from the time I turned on the news to the time I couldn't handle anymore, which was hours, I don't think I saw a scroll. I don't think I saw a cutaway. I don't think I saw a moment of coverage on our big cable news about a school shooting. So if there was a moment for us to proclaim the complete normalization of school shootings, yesterday should in fact be it. In fact, I was in the live and learned about it from people in the live. And when I was searching to try to find information about it, I was unable to pull it up immediately, at least enough that I could actually give information to people in the live about a school shooting.
Yeah, no, it's not important anymore
that
in America.
Happened that day.
Yeah.
Not news, no news.
No news. School shooting, no news.
That was no news. So the gun aspect of this leaves me extremely skeptical about what moves or steps might be taken about
I'm an
the
atheist.
gun aspect of this when the school shooting gets ignored. And as many people have said, if the American citizens is the best use of our military, because naturally and explode.
Killing. Yeah, killing cartel members, right? So J.D. Vance writes, killing cartel members who poison our fellow citizens is the highest and best use of our military. And then Brian Krasenstein writes, killing the citizens of another nation who are civilians without any due process is called a war crime. So, right? So do you support this in the stream here? Do you support blowing up boats in the water just because you think they're cartel members? Do you support that? Who supports that? Just say yes. Samo, you support that? It's okay to blow up a boat that you think is cartel? That's insane. It's insane, dude. It's called due process. We don't send our military, if we know, if we just blowing up a boat that we think is fucking cartel. That's insane. I like this guy.
What they've done, people be on the right. Do you want to accept it or not? Lab has been saying put a bullseye and validate whatever they do
there you go.
For that reason. We're in a war. The left has been saying put a bullseye on Trump, a bullseye on his supporters. Charlie Kirk's a casualty of war. We're in this country. We are.
They are at war with us. Whether we want to accept it or not, they are at war with us. What are we going to do about it?
But the question...
Yeah, see that is called false flag. That's them calling for fucking martial law. What are we going to do about it? Martial law.
That I didn't have an answer to yesterday was what the reaction was going to be on the right. Because if we want to get back to a place where people weren't so unhinged when it came to our political discourse. That's going to
Well, it's gonna be a double kick. Now, see, you see how this ties into now going into Chicago. Everyone's gonna be at a higher spirit. Everyone's gonna be more sensitive about it. Okay. I don't know where the sun is. It's been sitting here. Where the hell's Mikey? Oh, let me call my son. My son's like, my car is a little messy for my son. Doesn't want his girlfriend in my car. So he'd rather walk and get her wet. I know, Miguel. Fucking America's going down quick. I mean, we have to realize what Trump is doing is so much faster than what Nazi Germany did. I mean, America is basically Nazi Germany 1933 on steroids. I don't know about 90%. 90%. It's a small number, really. Silver. I think I know why I took your mod away. Let's see. Remove your mod. 90%. That's why I didn't have you as a mod. You just reminded me. Thank you very much, Silver. Appreciate the subscription, but no, 90% Americans are not fucking 90%. That's why I didn't have you as a mod. I forgot, and you just reminded me. Well, I appreciate your support, brother. God is taking your mod. That's right. Well, I'm not God. 0102 is God. Becomes God. I guess I'll go grocery shopping. I haven't been to this grocery store in a while. Let's go to this grocery store. I don't know where my son is. We're gonna go to this grocery store here. That's a handicap place. Can't park there. Big old handicap. Take you to a Japanese grocery store. Yeah, he did. I was like, I'd give him a ride. He's like, no, your car's too dirty. I was like, all right. My car is dirty though. My car is cluttered. It's not really dirty. It's just cluttered. So he'd rather walk in the rain with this girl, dude. He'd rather get her wet than try being a dry car because my car is too dirty. Okay. He's 18. He's going to McDonald's. He needs to go get a car so he can drive around. This is a... Shit, I don't want those. I don't have a baby. I have the little baby basket on here. This is a Japanese grocery store. Like, very clean. So, what do you have to? Here's my friend Mark. What's he up to? He's a German Canadian. Oh, look. Yes. Dude. My son loves potato chips. Sweet corn. Oh my God, they got these Hawaiian rolls. Holy shit. Holy shit. My father's favorite. These right here, these King Hawaiian rolls. Oh my God. We got Pringles too. What's this here? Is this kombucha? What is this? Strawberry mix. I could make this for what's this here? Original. What's up? Oh my God, my dad loved these. I haven't had this. This is a classic American.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, it's really good. It's really soft red. It's really nice. And how you been?
Yeah, pretty good. Busy.
Busy? Yeah. How's the school? Good?
School is, I'm not busy with the school. I'm busy with other stuff.
With your wine?
With the import and, food and wine.
On that. Well, America's about to go martial law.
Yeah.
With the assassination of Charlie Kirk, which I think it was Israel. So this is...
Wait. I don't know about this. This is brand new?
Brand new, just happened 2 days ago.
What
So
happened?
Charlie Kirk is this kind of turning points. He's kind of like the right-wing youth. He's the reason why Trump got so many young votes.
Wait,
he goes to university.
He lives in the States.
Yeah, he's American. His name's Charlie Kirk.
Uh-huh.
And
he
was assassinated by 30-06. Same rifle that killed Kennedy on September 11th.
Okay.
Right? So think about the date. Actually, I think it was September 10th, 11th. The guy, there was two people in the audience. One guy said, "Oh, I did it, shoot me." So all the police were on him. Whilst the sniper escapes, there is a private plane who takes off literally like an hour later.
These are facts.
Turns off his transporter 30 minutes into the flight, and then returns about an hour later. He was speaking against Netanyahu. He was exposing the whole Epstein files and stuff. He even said to someone else that he feared. This was last month. Someone wrote on a tweet, good friends of his, I just heard from friends of Kirk that he's afraid that Israel's going to assassinate him.
Well, it could be Israel if he says he's good. Could be.
And then he was supposed to go and go kiss the ring of BBs, and he turned it down, and then boom. But it's just an excuse now. Trump, they're all the right wing is going, look, it's the lefts, they're doing it, blah blah blah, on that. So, yeah, crazy times. Crazy times.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it on my meeting.
All right. Later. Okay. My friend. Look at all this. That is one big bag of fucking chips, dude. But he opened that up, it's gonna go dead. Look at this corn here. But this is probably GMO corn. Probably GMO. Where's it from? If it's from America, I don't want it. Brussels. I don't know. I don't know. Tell you what, these look good though. Here, look at these guys. Uncle. All right, let's go. Look at these cute little peppers. Look at the ginger. Wow, that's a nice ginger. Look at the size of that ginger. Golly. My wife likes these. Cook these. Kind of cool this time of year. Look at all the mushrooms and stuff. Look at all the mushroom selection they have in Japan. All the mushroom selection. Really great. I'm gonna fish selection. This Fukui salmon. Look at that eel. Sashimi. Oh, my wife would like that. Oh, my wife loves this too. What the hell? What should I get? Yeah, I'll just get that for her. Always think about what my wife loves. Looks like pork. Oh, beef or pork. Oh, wow, this is like 50% off right here. It's 50% off. You should not come to the grocery store when you're hungry. And all this stuff's all discounted. Oh, look at that. Oh, sauce though. That's what I mean. Other yogurt is there. Let's see if been looking for this one yogurt. Let's see if they have it here. Nope. Not running it anymore. They must have continued the P6. This is yogurt right here. Pasteurized milk. It's slow pasteurized. It'd be good for making yogurt. 60 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. Slow pasteurized milk. All right. Silver Ghost, you're crazy. I love you, man, but you're just crazy. 90% of Americans are crazy. I think I'm done. Look at this. They have just one place open now. Let me go get a box. like banana boxes, but those watermelon boxes. Look at those chips, roast beef, all these flavored chips they have in Japan. Unagi flavored. They're always coming up with different flavored chips. It's amazing. Oh look, they must have had COVID or something. Look, she's got a screen on. This is a screen, so you don't breathe on the people. Let me get my. Hey. She's gonna put it in the fridge. You have to do slice. Magneto. That's all. Raining. Where are you? Coco? Cool.
Call me next, sir.
All right, I'm on my way. All right. So crazy. The gray swan event happened. The assassination of Charlie Kirk. That's the gray swan false flag event in order to attack the political opponents. You're seeing it being done by the right. None of them, whereas all the left, all the politicians on the left, everyone on the left saying it's horrible. They don't support it or anything else except for the right. So Azelle. All right, you're too much godly stuff. I'm an atheist. Appreciate your support. Removing your platform. I'm God. Took away your voice. Your voice is still there. You remind me of you remind me of Azrael. Azrael, you remind me of what was that guy? Who was that subbing in here? Who was it? We used to have night something. What was the name of the guy? Night. I'm an atheist, Azrael. I appreciate your comments and stuff, but you're punching too much with your coloring. Sorry, but no offense, man. I just want it to be chill. We're chilling now. It is raining, and it's been raining. Rained all day. Maybe I'll go mushroom hunting tomorrow. Our rainy season, basically this is late. Our rainy season is supposed to happen in July. July. So now we're getting our rainy season now. We had lots of rain. This morning it was just picking up Mikey. Mikey still doesn't realize he doesn't have his boxing thing. Why are you so late? Why were you so late today? Monday?
Talking is nice, man.
Just talking with your friends. I came here, sat here for an hour.
But I didn't tell you when to came
I know you did. I was trying to be, Mikey's always waiting. I'm gonna come early.
You're slow.
And today you're really slow. So when I try to, I was like, Mike could be ready. It's 6 o'clock. And then Tommy was with his girlfriend. He's going to McDonald's. I said, I'll give you a ride. She's like, no, your car's too dirty. So he wants to walk in the rain. I'm like, all right, it's gonna rain. You sure? Oh yeah. So, it's fun getting wet with your girlfriend. Isn't it fun? Remember those days? Yeah, lightly gives epilepsy.
got park police pulling up on the left of us. We got park police pulling up on the right. You can't see, but on the other side of the monument is more park police. I don't know what's going on. Okay, now they've like tripled their fucking numbers, and they got the guard. So now we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 park police cars in National Guard up here. We got some ambulances that's pulled up here. See, remember last night there was like 100+ officers that came through, led by Park Police, Metro PD, Capitol Police, MPD, K9 units, helicopters, all kinds of shit. So I'm just curious, are they planning some shit? What the fuck? So we got Park Police.
So the neighbors called the cops on me again. This is the 5th time they've done this in the past month. And when the cops showed up late at night, they told me that the neighbors reported a frozen dog in the backyard. When I opened up my door, I just told them it's Hershey, and he's loving the snow. And the cop insisted and said, no, that dog is frozen. You need to get him inside or put a jacket on him. So the neighbors called the cops on me again. This is the 5th time they've done this in the past month. And when the cops showed up late at night, they told me that the neighbors reported a frozen dog in the backyard. When I opened up the door, I just told them it's Hershey, and he's loving the snow. And the cop insisted and said, no, that dog is frozen. You need to get him inside or put a jacket on him.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me is correct, but native...
Do you want a brownie?
I want a brownie.
You want a brownie?
I want a brownie.
Too bad. There's beans. Do you want a brownie?
I want a brownie.
You want a brownie?
I want a brownie.
Too bad. There's beans. Do you want a brownie?
I want a brownie.
Don't you know I'm still standing? Don't you know I'm still standing? Don't you know I'm still standing? Don't you know?
These two boys were trying out this.
It's the left that are shooting people. It's the left that are doing the violence, not MAGA.
Totally agreed, sir. Yeah,
all right. Okay. Well, good. Didn't sound like that in the beginning, did it? And you know, the media that are throwing this thing out It's disgusting what they're doing. Okay, it's disgusting because it is not a two-sided thing. What's going on with the left in this country is incredibly violent, and they are out of control. Now, if you'd like
This is how the right see the left.
Channel,
the people who want to get rid of guns are out of control.
Video and sharing on your socials is a great way. But another great way to support my channel is
this guy tried one of the most terrifying bungee jumps ever because instead of a normal fall,
Stop doing this.
Beers in, Ed. You're good, Ed. 20 beers. I can knock in the back.
This is how you increase your account size by up to 25% from day one at Funded Trading Plus. With Funded Trading Plus...
Stop, keep it moving, put your drinks up. Your body up, jumping on the floor. The rhythm change your world on the floor. You know we're running shit tonight.
It's just kind of amazing, you know, they're in so denial. So the guy driving up in a fake police car and assassinating politicians, right? When has the left done that? Right? When did the left ever fucking did that? Just going up to others. How about the guy breaking into Nancy Pelosi's house and taking a hammer, and Trump and others laughing at that, saying it was a date that went wrong and shit. I mean, the hypocrisy that the right has is just insane. It really is insane. Insane. Too many beers. Too many beers. That's how quick it is. Let's hope so, Naz. Let's hope so. Nepal burnt down their house, didn't they? Hey, Mikey, those. See you, Naz. Nazarel. Can or can't survive. What the hell? What Why can't I go backwards? All right. I need to take this with me and charge this guy. It's good that we have rain. We needed rain all summer. It's a little late. Mike, you hungry? Huh? You hungry? Huh? You're not hungry? You want sashimi or no? You know? My dad loved these. I'm gonna have to freeze. I think I gotta freeze one of these. I don't think we can eat these in time. These make great little hamburgers too. I can make my micro hamburgers with them.
Grab your palomitas because Marquito definitely does not want us talking about this. Welcome to Green Cards from me, but not for thee, where we expose the loudest voices in immigration hypocrisy. Today's returning guest, Marco Rubio. You already know that Marco is the son of Cuban immigrants, had a grandfather that was ordered deported from the United States, is a birthright citizen, and now wants to slam that door shut behind him. But what I haven't told you is that his cuñado, his brother-in-law, was one of Miami's most prolific cocaine drug traffickers. His name, Orlando was convicted in the late 1980s as part of a massive drug ring, moving thousands of pounds of cocaine across South Florida. He was sentenced to 35 years for drug trafficking and money laundering. And the kicker, at the time of his arrest, Cecilia was living in the same house as Marco Rubio. That's right, the DEA kicked down Marco's front door. Cecilia ended up serving just 12 years and was released in 2000. But in 2002, just 2 years after his release, Marco Rubio, who was already climbing Florida's political ladder, personally submitted a letter recommending him for a real estate license. What Rubio didn't mention in that letter, that the applicant was his brother-in-law. And under normal circumstances, Cecilia's felony trafficking conviction would have been an automatic disqualifier. But as is often the case with these guys, it gets even wilder. Because fast forward to now, Marco is the Secretary of State and the National Security Advisor. He's using his power to deport immigrants for old drug offenses, the very thing his brother-in-law was convicted of. Here's an actual quote from Rubio from just a couple of months ago. Imposing visa restrictions on drug traffickers, their family members, and close personal and business associates will not only prevent them from entering the United States, but it will also serve as a deterrent for continued illicit activities. Marquito. Are you calling for your own brother-in-law's deportation? Because by your own logic, Orlando's out. And with your anchor baby status and close criminal family ties, you might want to go pack a bag too. Grab your palomitas because Marquito...
That's clean. Sort of clean, a little bit understated. We're going to start with this. Okay, I love this. Let's try and find the pattern.
So this person went all out to show off this one-of-a-kind gadget, which people find hilarious but interesting. It's designed to look exactly like a cool rocker's mohawk, but it's actually a mirror, and the whole concept is just completely over the top. But the real question is, do you think this was actually worth it? So this person went all out to show off this one-of-a-kind gadget, which people find hilarious but interesting. It's designed to look exactly like a cool rocker's mohawk, but it's actually a mirror, and the whole concept is just completely over the top. But the real question is, do you think this was actually worth it? So this person went all out to show off this one-of-a-kind gadget, which people find hilarious but
Hey. What? Whatever you want to do. We have to go find a new baby. Mama's new baby. Huh? Kitchen baby. Mama's kitchen baby. Called a rice cooker. Sashimi too. Well, sashimi, I also have fish. Huh? What do you mean with who? Girlfriend. He was like, I was at there, he goes, I'm going to McDonald's. What? Like, you not going to eat anything? No one. Mikey, I got this here, gratin. I got fish. Because it's hungry. I got a little meat for tomorrow. What do you want this week? Tomorrow? A little pork. You also got that other gyoza stuff. Can we cook that gyoza stuff? Who's he talking to? Ah.
So next on Wednesday, my customer come from the Vietnam.
What?
Vietnam.
Yeah.
That would be good to push to the top.
What about it?
And it will really look forward my speak English.
Oh, yeah, Vietnamese people working?
Vietnam, the general manager, come to the my customers did the side of the general manager come from the Vietnam
To visit this company?
to visit our company, our factory, and he speaks the little English. So it was really looking forward my speak English.
Really?
Actually, I'm really bad to the speaker.
You're a good speaker. So were you able to speak English?
No one speak English except the general manager. But do you think that it is Vietnam people?
Maybe the
speak
dialect,
English?
you couldn't understand the dialect. Maybe very difficult for you to understand
Yeah.
Vietnamese dialect.
What Vietnam dialect? Have you ever talked with the Vietnam people? But I can't imagine the country speak English. Country people, no one speak English. I thought so. But come on. We're going to the Harué Hakman Boat. Hakman Boat in Harué. It's a weird convenience for us.